versus Fortune. Okay, it's time for another boss fight. If you can call it that. With one of the terrorists. Fortune. Now see that? She's essentially carrying a lightning bolt in her hand.
I can't tell you how happy I am that you were alive after all. I knew this moment would come. Show yourself and finish me. Like you finished off my father.
She's always looking for someone to kill her.
Oh, crap.
So, that's basically her character, right there. Heavily overpowered. And dangerous as fuck.
This could be interesting. You've seen
They must have been
the
looking for
fires of hell,
Iroquois
haven't
Pliskin. There goes the elevator.
you? Maybe you can give me death. My name is Fortune, lucky in war and nothing else. And without a death to
Well,
call
war's all
my
you're
own.
about, so
Hurry.
that's actually pretty
Kill
good.
me, please.
She is a weird person. Okay. She's only got a little bit of life, but she's still carrying that lightning bolt. So, this may or may not be really easy. I think yeah, she sees me. Oh. She's destroying all my damn cover! I got hit by one of the overhead lights falling off. Pretty funny. Oh, damn, she almost got me that time. She is just obliterating everything. Hopefully that doesn't turn out to be me as well. She's got me pinned down. There's nothing I can really... Oh, crap. There's nothing I can really do. Oh, what's happening now? The elevator's working again. Gotta get moving. Can't stay there anymore. Thinking. What the hell can I do after all my cover's been obliterated? Damn it. This is not gonna be easy. Really? A call right now?
Right. Fat Man just contacted us directly.
That man called us?
The bomb guy.
Looks like he placed a bomb on the heliport. He specifically asked for you, Raiden.
What?
He's killed off Peter. Now he's after you.
Why me?
How should I know?
Look, this is really not a good time.
Because you're the one
The countdown's
who
already begun,
outsmarted him.
Great. How much time do I have
Now
left?
he's gonna
I'll show
get
you
his
the count.
revenge.
400 seconds remaining.
So he's planning on taking this
400
place.
seconds.
It looks like he has a different agenda from that of Dead Cell.
What about backup?
None.
Oh
There's
yeah,
no
they're
time.
called Dead Cell.
Which type of explosives is it?
He didn't say.
Why does that matter? Well, now that we have been forced to lose, let's just slap some scores here. Gameplay. At the most basic level, this fight is all about hiding, except during the initial encounter, because then the player thinks that this is real and that a boss fight is going down. The railgun is pounding this entire place to pieces. Ryan's gun is useless, and the player thinks that they're screwed unless they find the perfect opening to destroy her. But then the credits roll and the player's left with unfulfilled ambitions. I'm perplexed myself on how to score this category, but after thinking it over for a little bit, I came up with 2 Triforces. Moving on. Story. Fortune, being the literal unstoppable powerhouse that she is, feels like Raiden is fighting a bullet train with a pool noodle. Her quest to find the final opponent that will take her life has left her with an insatiable thirst for combat, and her railgun is how she'll walk the warrior's path. She's pretty enigmatic for a boss character, but from Kojima, it totally works. The only reason this fight exists is to extend story points to Fortune for the future, because her invincibility, combined with the total overpowered she has, makes her a hell of a scary foe. Fortune earns major points here, and I'll reciprocate with 9 1/3 Triforces. Fun. Again, because this is a forced failure scenario, this is a confusing category to answer to. After having this scrap with Fortune, all I could feel was displaced grandeurs of potential lost, if that makes any sense. There was so much more possible from a fight with a person like this, but it was lost for making it a story boss fight, and that's okay in its own right, so I'll just save the confusion and give Fortune a 4 2/3 Triforce for this category. The problem with forced failure situations is just the complete brick walling of a fulfilling experience behind its trope's walls. Making a regular boss fight means doing all the scripting and all the designing, arena, boss, your own abilities in order to stagger it all together into something great. But in a forced failure boss fight, you don't need to stagger anything. You can be as weak as the designers want, and the boss can have the most powerful moves because it's just moving plot points forward. The best example I could give for an illustration would be the first boss fight of Paper Mario, in which Mario with absolutely no enhanced skills or abilities has to take on Bowser with the Star Rod, which makes him invincible from attack. This fight takes place in 5 minutes, and that alone should cement my point. My point is that Fortune ended up with a final of 16 out of 30 because the trope that governs her fight inherently kneecaps creativity and design, and while the trope isn't exactly ineffective as a video game medium, it's just terrible to see the trope destroy potential like this. Sorry to end on a sour note there, but this always makes you feel better. Victory for gamers. Stay tuned, guys, for part 3.